GunninGamerz here.
For number 7.
That is right, lucky number 7 is finally here. We're back on the farm here in Bjornholm. We've had a busy month with a lot of progress. I got Aiden here. He's going to be working with us today. Are you ready to get a lot of work done?
Yeah.
All right, well let's leave the house here and get in our truck and head straight out. We've got a bunch of different projects, things that we're going to be working on today. It's going to be kind of a little bit of this and a little bit of that going on. Waiting for him to jump in. All right, what do we got to do first?
See if there's any crops or anything left.
We got to stop by these chickens.
Yeah.
Go ahead and jump out, grab the eggs real quick. We're not even going to work with anything else. I'm sure they need wheat and water and all that. Got the eggs from the one, he's getting them from the other. So we've actually added a lot of equipment. We'll see that here in just a moment when we pull up to the farm. Alright, come on in, bud. We're all tractored out now. We ended up buying our last tractors that we were missing. As far as we had, you'll see them right here. We had purchased the big New Holland, I think the day after we did the last video. We're going to probably just park our truck down here for the day. I don't think we're going to be using it a whole lot. I know, whoa, oh Aiden, I almost hit your Unimog.
Oh.
We'll put a big dent in it.
Well, you can't actually have dents in this game.
It's a good thing too. But yeah, we ended up purchasing the T9. I absolutely love this tractor. We're going to be using it today since we've never shown this in one of our videos. We also went ahead and we purchased the big case, the 620. Now, we've seen this before in Farming 13, but this is the first time in Farming 15. As you'll notice, this is a modded one, because it is the tired version. I know a lot of different mod sites have it, so you can just, pop it in Google and you'll find it real easy. But we do have one of the tracked versions that we purchased as well, but we keep that down at the biogas because I'm more of a fan of how the wheeled one looks myself. Anyway, that's what's up here. Probably don't know if I'll be using this one. Maybe Aiden will be today, I'm not sure, but we're going to be doing a little bit of planting, and I'm going to take the T9 out. Absolutely love this tractor. It's a little bit smaller. It's like 535 horse, 565, like the number there. This one here I believe is 620 or 6 something. It's a little bit bigger, but as far as the weight difference between them, I'm not really sure how much actually difference in weight, but I know that they both pretty much perform the same as far as the farm equipment that we've got here, and they both pretty well get the job done. And there he goes, he's racing the Unimog there. What else have we purchased here? We've got all of our harvesters moved over here. We're going to be using our big Amazon seeder. We've got that going on. The fertilizer, I don't think we had this last time in the Chore Log number 6. This is the big Amazon, I think it came in the Pleasant Valley pack. That's where we got it anyway, I believe, and we started using it again. It's an AR attachment, so you could just try to pop that in Google and you'll probably find it. But it has a higher capacity as far as fertilizing goes, and it can mount on the back of the AR trucks, which we've got a different AR truck that we're using, but I think there's a couple of them out there. Right now I've got it attached to the AR trailer because I like to pull it behind a tractor. It just looks a little better to me, but we're probably going to go ahead and get this mounted up onto a truck once we get the truck with a little bit more aggressive style tires. So that's on our old Pete, which we'll show that here in just a moment. And then again, Amazon planter, the 15 meter, we will be using this today. We're going to be putting in some wheat or barley. I think we're lowest on barley. If we jump over to our biogas, you guys are going to see some more new content. This is the New Holland pack that came out, the loader pack. We've got the telehandler right here, and we've got the front loader down here. Now, the reason that these are all set up like this is because I am going to be making a comparison video in the next couple of days. And I wanted to just show these in this Chore Log real quick to kind of give you an idea of the differences with these different front loaders as far as the height. Now I will tell you, because I've already gone ahead and taken these onto the scale, As you can see, the lib here, it's got a little bit farther reach, but both of them are a lot more than the JCB, which I do not desire this JCB whatsoever. I wouldn't honestly spend the money on it. For a few $1,000 you can get yourself into one of these. And I'm not even sure what this one costs. I don't remember. The money's kind of irrelevant in the game, because I know a lot of people are playing on easier settings, or they're using money cheat, or if you're playing in hard like we are, hardcore, doing the grind, it's really not that hard to come up with a few extra $1,000. Go sell some grass or some hay bales, and you'll have the difference. So I really don't factor money in to how these things rate, because like I said, for most people, money is not an issue in the game. So basically, with cost aside, I look at the weight and I look at like the height for dumping, and I don't have a clear verdict of which one I think is the winner. I know the JCB's out. I still like the lib a whole lot, but I can tell you right now, even though it looks smaller, the New Holland does have quite a bit more weight to it. Again, we're going to make a video. We'll show all those figures off in another video that'll probably come in a few days after this one, but they basically reach up about the same, but I still kind of like the lib a little bit. Again, I haven't used the New Holland a whole lot, but it does have more weight, and weight is a very important thing. As far as top speed, I think they're about the same. Again, that'll be coming during the video. Now over here on the front loader side of things, the lib definitely out of the question. It's kind of like the JCB. I wouldn't waste your time and money on it. Doesn't lift up as high. The other two, about the same. Again, going back, I love the JCB. But basically I like the yellow color a little bit better than the bright yellow on this one. But if you can see over here, this is still a very sharp piece of equipment, and I can tell you that the New Holland, again, weighs more. The JCB may go up just a touch more, but I'd say they're close to the same. Now what I will tell you, this one here goes about 5 miles an hour faster. This one here goes about 28, I think it was, or 26, I'm sorry, and 31. But this one basically weighs less, goes faster, weighs more, a little bit slower. Now, if you're going to have a front loader that you need to get all over the map and do a lot of transporting, probably going to want the JCB. If you're keeping this out on the log pile like we are, and it's not really going too far, I think you're going to want the New Holland, because again, weight makes all the difference. So we'll do some test comparisons. We're going to get them on the scale. Probably show that after in a live stream, but I'm going to make a separate YouTube video just for that, so that we can have a nice little comparison. And stay tuned for that in the next couple days. So this is our AR Pete. This is the old Pete. Y'all will remember this from Chore Log 1 and 2. I don't remember if it was in any later ones, but it's back again, and basically just changed it up by adding the AR function. There's a bunch of work that was being done to it. There's also, in the front, there's a hitch in that little black box down there, so you can actually hook up to a trailer, and it kind of works handy for moving trailers around, steering them like that if you're trying to back something in a shed. So there's a hitch there. There's also a hitch on the truck itself. So this truck can pull any kind of trailer from the front or the back, and it does the AR function, as you see there. Very, very handy truck to have. And you can put all the AR, here we've got the wood chipper, but there's the water tanks, there's a fertilizer. It's, again, the truck that is being used right now on our Pleasant Valley server exclusively. And of course, it still has the ability to hook up to, trailers and all that. Let's see, what should we work on first, bud? Should we probably go out in the field and do some planting? Let's jump over to our crop tractors. Where are you at? You back at the farmyard?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you pop over here, and I'm going to have you hook up to the fertilizer.
Okay.
I'm going to have you hook up. I don't know how well it'll pull it. This tractor sounds so nice. I don't even know if this will hook up to there. I can't remember. Yeah, it will. Cool. I'm going to pull this out for him. I'm going to have you hook up your Unimog. Go get your Unimog and then hook up to to that fertilizer right there. We're going to have you pull that around today. And I'm going to take the big Amazon here because we have got the need for seed. We've got to get some seed in the ground today. And this one's almost empty. We're definitely starving on some crops here. We're gonna jump over. We've added on to our cows and things. So right now we've got plenty of wheat. We definitely need to get some more barley put in. I'm not so worried about the cash crop of canola because again it's just a cash crop. We're needing straw really bad for our cows. And the corn, we're not really so much keeping corn in this silo. It's going into the bio for chaff. Patch 1.3 has added a lot of new things. It has so much improved the game. As far as just adding a few little extra things, like now you can see the prices for the things you have in the storage, but it's really made it, and these do fluctuate too, by the way. I haven't really looked at them much, but the prices do fluctuate. Since we were here with you last, we've also added a couple fields. I'll cover that quickly since we're passing that. We've grassed in this whole side of the map right here. So this is all of our grass fields. We've purchased these fields and combined them. This is one big field. In fact, I think we're going to probably head over to there today and get these two planted. We'll probably leave these two big guys for the corn, which we'll do maybe on the live stream later on. We're going to be purchasing 5, 6, and 7. I told Lee that we're going to farm it one time as is, and then we're going to go cut all the trees down and plow these fields together and make this one big field. We'll probably do the same with 2 and 3 in the future, but that's kind of what we've got going on. We're basically everything on the bottom half of the map we own except these two guys, which probably go ahead and I'll purchase those. We've basically got the whole southern half, and then we'll be working on the northern half. As far as our animals, we're up to 750 cows, 1,000 on the chickens, and 1,000 on the sheep. We're probably not going to go any higher on the sheep and the chickens. Especially the chickens, there's no need to. Sheep, we've got tons of wool coming out, and as you can see here, our troughs are empty. And on the cow side of things, I'm still trying to get up to that 1,000, but it is becoming a lot of work. All right, bud, are you up there filling up? Bring up the fertilizer.
Fertilizer?
Yep, you got it on the Unimog?
No,
Alright, he's backing up, and we'll get him up and going. So yeah, it's been a lot better with that patch 1.3. If you were playing the game before this month of June, before the patch came out a week or two ago, and you were experiencing a lot of lag or just kind of having an undesirable experience on the multiplayer, I highly encourage you to come back. You know, most people with decent internet connection weren't having any problem before, but you know, we were a little bit, but our internet was not right. It was definitely broken, and basically it made a huge difference for us. On top of the fact that our internet did get fixed recently. Is it not hooking up?
no.
Well, let me jump over there and then take a look for you. So yeah, we're going to be moving into the new studio this fall, and we're going to have a pretty awesome internet connection over there. We'll be moving back to town again. Moving out of the country. Park this right here. I couldn't remember if this thing hooked up here or not. I guess it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Wonder if you're hitting the wrong button. Because this Unimog has both hitches on it, I believe. I might be wrong. But go ahead and jump on in. Looks a little bit small to be pulling that, but I think it can handle it. And Aiden, jump out for a quick second. Yeah, the capacity, I think it was 8,000. Let me bring it up here and fill it for you. You want to bring the tractor up here? Drive the tractor up here.
Sure.
He likes driving that one, don't you? That's one of my favorite tractors. Gotta get selected on it. There we go. So Aiden, are you excited to get moved into the new house?
Yeah.
It'll be a lot bigger than the place that we're in. We'll have a whole lot more room, and with the new studio, it'll really help us out with our videos and especially our live streams. So 10,200, I was wrong. Okay. 8,000 is the other one, the vanilla in-game one. This is basically what it is right here. It has a 42 meter versus, I believe, 26 on the other two, the vanilla ones that are in the game. So you're throwing out a lot wider spread, and you've got a little bit more capacity. So this thing really gets the job done for our fertilizing needs. Alright, I'm going to jump over here. I thought we had this field planted, but... Oh, and look at my fuel. How's your fuel doing? I think you're okay. Right when we think we're going to get to work, and then we find out that we're not. So another neat thing is they've unlocked the frames for the game. And even with me recording, and I talked about this last time, how I was getting like 30. You guys can see on the counter up there on the screen that we're getting about 80 something when we're recording. So getting a whole lot higher frames, and that's with my current card, and without that I get anywhere from 150 to 250. And again, I play with everything maxed out as far as the graphics settings go in the game. Everything turned up high as it goes. It has just made, that 1.3 patch just made such a huge difference with the frames and the ping. Everybody, like Ross B, he's over there in Australia, he's able to walk smooth in our servers now. So I really commend Giants on their last and latest patch, on their latest efforts to improve the game even further. It's really been nice. This thing's taken a while to fill up, so we got plenty of fuel to get the job done for today. Alright, so we gotta go ahead and unfold this guy. Definitely don't want to be putting grass in. We're gonna do barley. Only downside of this tractor is you do articulate in the middle. One thing that's really nice though about this Amazon planner, again, I just went to Google and typed in Amazon 15 meter, and that's how I found it. We didn't use this in last month's video, but I carried it over. The only thing it wasn't doing is it wasn't cultivating, so I went ahead and I put the script in there to make it cultivate, just like it did in Farming 13. However, I kept the part of it turned off. I didn't want it to fertilize, but you could go into the files and make this fertilize. You could make it plant corn. You could, if you wanted to get all crazy with it, but I want to try to keep things as realistic as possible. So it only does the cereal crops, and it does cultivate, so it's a no-till planner, and just want to keep it just like 13. Alright, let's go ahead and begin, and we'll hammer out this field quick.
Yeah.
There we go. Now you've got a really wide swath there, bud. Turn our frame counter off too. Uh-oh. I just hired a helper. Turning off my HUD, doing the Alt-H, it sometimes kicks the helper in. Well, I'll let the helper finish this row. That's something that we never use here as helpers. Anybody that's been watching our videos and our live streams, I don't ever use the helpers. I'll help you in just a second here, bud. He's trying to get the fertilizer turned on. Give us just a second here to look at this nice tractor. Alright, turn that helper off. We don't want to use those. Sometimes when you do the Alt-8 to shut your HUD off, if you're using the HUD hider mod, it will enable your helper. Alright, now you can just press your B button and you'll be good to go. There you go. So remember, you got a really wide swath with that new fertilizer. I don't mind if he wastes a little bit. I mean, like I said, we're making a lot of money now on the farm.
Yeah.
When I do my seeding, I really prefer to use first person. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like using third person. I find it easier to do first person. So we're going to switch that view. Nice view inside the cab here. Haven't shown that off yet either. I love watching the little cap on the exhaust there when it goes up and down. The little rain guard.
Alright, get that low.
Okay. You can do the whole field. You might want to go in the third person though. It might make it a lot easier for you.
Can even go on this side?
Yep, you got a lot to do here. You don't even have to be close to me, bud. Go way out. Put it in third person, and you'll see exactly what you're doing, and then you'll be able to hit the whole field. It'll take you only a couple minutes with that one.
I guess I'm gonna give you a pressure wash.
Yeah, you're always worried about the equipment, if it's clean or not. Watch out. Go up farther than that. There you go. There you go. Now you can go
I
in.
just gave you a pressure wash.
Yep, yeah, you did. Well, fertilizer. You threw it all over me, didn't ya? I should get our lights on here.
Yeah.
I didn't turn my lights on. We're gonna get safety violations.
Yeah.
Yeah, this planter has definitely made our life a lot easier. I know there's bigger ones out there, but there's also a lot of very unrealistic planters. And again, I've tried really hard to keep all of our equipment as realistic as possible, and to try to keep it as true to the real life counterpart as possible. There's a few things that are, you know, I don't know if there's some product out there like the AR trailer that he's pulling, for instance, but that's not something that's outside of the realm of possibility. I mean, it's a trailer and a box hooks up to it. That's something that any guy with a torch and a welder and a pile of steel can make. So things like that, you know, I don't really research too much to find out if they exist and, you know, if they're working properly, but it really kind of shocks me in the modding community how there's so much just absolutely goofy setups that people make. But, you know, it is a game, and that's what I've said before, is people need to play it how they want to, and however they enjoy, you know, doing it most. And to some people it's not fun, you know, using the smaller stuff, so they really go for the big oversized equipment. But having this planter has really helped us with our just as far as getting more crops in a shorter amount of time, as well as kind of doing two jobs like the other planters did with the cultivating and planting at the same time. We've got a bigger fertilizer, so that job isn't too bad anymore. You got plenty of fertilizer to cover a big area. You got a, you know, 42-meter swath. The only thing that we're lacking right now is a nice corn planter, and another fellow live streamer had shown me one. I forget the name of it. I've got a link. I'm gonna check it out, and so maybe by next month we'll have a bigger corn planter. But right now we're still using the little 9-meter that came in the game. Putting corn in is something that we try to get all of our people together to do, because it really takes a while, especially when you're on those big fields like 18 and field 9 on Westbridge, or this map like field 22 and 27. That can take you quite a bit of time.
Well, single player, yeah, it's gonna take you a lot more time, but multiplayer, no.
Nope, not too much. It's nice to have a lot of people to help.
Yeah.
So again, if you're new to our videos, we always play in hard mode with, you know, crops set to slow, withering turned on, and our servers run 24/7. I was just checking the hours. This server has been running for 4,400 hours, basically since the first week of December, and it goes 24/7. And this is how far we've got. We've got, you know, about $1 million in the bank. A little bit less because I bought some of those front loaders today. And we've got all of our equipment that you see here. It's taken us this long, and it's really been a lot of fun though to watch the farm as it grows. maybe this fall around the time that we're going to be relocating. We might go ahead and purchase a lot of the beehive deals and solar panels and a couple of wind machines if we can save up our money, and we might let the server just set for a month without anything going on, and that way we're still making money to help pay for basically the vehicle maintenance and the animal costs, but the farm won't be producing anything as far as money, and we're going to be working on maybe a few other projects, but that's not for sure. But what is for sure is we're going to definitely run this Bjarn home right through until Farming 17 comes out in the fall of 2016. So we're a good 7-8 months into it. Actually, we started this when farming came out October 30th, but it wasn't on the server. I was hosting it off my PC. We're, 9 or 10 months into it. We're almost to the halfway point. Alright, well, we went ahead and knocked that field out in a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and fold up this piece of equipment here. Aiden's working his Unimog pretty hard today. Normally, I like to pull that with the Case Magnum with the dual wheels. It looks really nice pulling that fertilizer trailer, but you do like your Unimog a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
It's hard to peel him out of the seat of that thing. He's a huge fan. Alright, bud. Better hit our blinkers and head out for the highway. We're not going too far, just across here. This is the big field area that we combined. This made one long, nice field, so we're going to go ahead and plant this one in too real quick. Making sure it wasn't planted already. It's hard to see that corn stubble. I'm thinking about putting the chopped straw mod in, which covers the ground in straw. It just really makes it look a lot better when after you harvest. Puts all the little plant debris on the ground, and I kind of like that. I'm going to put some more barley in here. So go ahead and fertilize pretty much where you need to be. Is like right here, bud. Right here. Pull up here. No. Do you see me? I'm outside the tractor here. Look over here. Yeah, right here, you see? Come over here. About right here is where you want to go. And then you're just going to drive straight down the field there. Go ahead and turn on your deal and start fertilizing. Give me a shower. Oh, you're going to get me. You like throwing fertilizer all over everywhere, don't you?
Yeah.
Alright. And here I go. Make sure I'm not missing some. Goodness sakes. That is one thing that, I really like about this style of planter is you can actually back it up versus the one that's vanilla in-game, where you're pulling the air cart and then the seeder behind it. It's just... Don't care for that. It's hard to back up. It looks nice, though. I do like the way it looks. I love the interior of this tractor, though. Yep, you got to the other end before me. Oh my goodness. Just having a look around the tractor here and we missed a spot. This is where we join these two fields together. Really made it one nice big field though. We'll go out on another... Well, you're double overlapping there, bud. But go ahead. You should go out a lot farther than that. Go into the third person, you'll kind of see what you're doing.
There. That's better.
Yep, there you go. That looks good. This is the last field that we're going to do for right now. We've got to run a live stream here shortly and on Twitch. As I always say, if you enjoy watching our farm videos, Everybody asked for more videos, more videos. We only do a few here and there, but you can join us on Twitch, and it's GunninGamerz, and we run farming at least 2 days a week, sometimes 3, Wednesdays and Sundays, and sometimes on Saturday. Last Sunday, a week ago from now, we ran a full 12-hour stream where we did about 4 hours on our 3 servers each, and we still didn't get everything done. It was just crazy. We worked on Westbridge, Bjornholm, and our Pleasant Valley server, and we still didn't get all of our tasks completed. But we did get a lot done. It's just so much to do that I could come in and spend 24 hours and, you know, still not get all the work done. So, see how our finances are looking today. I had to pay that guy $26 to drive across the field. That's a lot of money. But yeah, we're starting to make pretty good cash here. Our livestock expenses are $50,000 a day right now. Make sure I don't crash. 50 grand a day, and we've got the other, I think, is maybe buildings? No, property, okay, almost 200. Vehicle running costs, and there is some more new DLC that I haven't shown yet either. We're gonna check that out. I probably will get that included in on this video that I do of the DLC, and that's the New Holland harvester that they put in. I haven't purchased one yet. I did on my little test map here, my single player, just to check it out, and I really do enjoy the way that it looks and sounds. So we'll go ahead and knock this field out, and then we'll move on to the next task. Well, we almost managed to knock this field out in under, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Not too bad for a field of this size. One of the other differences, too, that I want to point out about this Amazon, and again, it can be changed very easily, is the amount of seed that it holds is, I think that's where I was getting the 8,000 number. It's right about 8,000. Versus the vanilla one that I think is like a little bit higher, 10 or 12 or something like that. Uh-oh, I hit the building. Let's try to catch this. So it's a little bit smaller seed capacity. Again, you could adjust that number if you really wanted to, but I looked up, again, the real-life counterpart online, and that's what it said that, you know, it holds in real life, so I wanted to keep that as realistic as possible. But we still managed to do the other field plus this field of that size, and we're down to like 40%. So I mean, you can go quite a long ways before you need to refill it with seed, especially on a map like Bjornholm. Now if you get on some of these other modded maps, you might, you know, it'd be a pretty big field. Take a pretty good field, I should say, for you to run out and not finish the field. Okay, bud. Let's see. You got your Unimog over there. You want to come down the road here and follow me? We'll pull these up into the yard. How does that sound? Got your lights on, don't you? What's that?
Because we were working.
Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and put this guy back in the yard. I'm not going to put everything away because we're going to hit some more fields up later on during the live stream. So we'll just pull these up into the yard, and then we're going to unhook your Unimog, and I'm going to need you to give me a ride down to the store. Alright. I'll go ahead and shut my tractor off. And, oh, you shut the Unimog off. I'll drive you down there because I want to unhook this. We're going to go check out a new piece of equipment. So yeah, with the AR stuff, you've got to hit the G a couple different times on a vehicle like the Unimog or a tractor. That's why I like the bigger tractors in the Case Magnum, because you don't have a 3-point in the front. But with this one, you've got the trailer and you've got the actual AR part there. So what we want to do is go to the trailer just to unhook it. Now we're good to go. Drive down to the store, and what are we gonna do down there, bud?
I think check out your new vehicle or something.
Yep, got a brand new vehicle to look at.
Oh.
And he hasn't even seen this one yet. Well, the farm store is really starting to get some equipment in stock. They've got some stuff out here for sale. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the farm store.
We better back up because we're going to have some new equipment. Alright, let's go ahead and... Yeah, why don't you jump in and shut that off? So basically what we've got, they've just added is this FR850, the New Holland. Now I don't really need one for this farm, and part of the problem is this would have been really nice early on because it is cheaper. Not by much, but it is cheaper. It's 30,000 cheaper, but it is smaller than the Krone. The Krone you're looking at, they call it the 1100, but it's 1034. This one, call it the 850, it's the 824, but just for simplicity reasons here, we'll say 850 and 1100. So there's a horsepower difference, but this one does look and sound pretty nice. So we're gonna go ahead and buy one of those. Really spending our money today. And then as far as the header goes, they're a little bit smaller. I think they look really nice. There's two of them, and there's absolutely no difference. I'm not sure why they put two of them in, but I'm thinking it's so that you could use this maybe to save money. 45,000, 38,000. Again, $7,000. I don't know why you would, if you had the Krone, you wouldn't want to put a New Holland piece on it, even though I think it'd look better to yellow than anything. I don't know why if you had the Krone, why you'd not want to just spend the extra money. So I don't really get the purpose of why we've got two, but regardless, there's a second one in here. The same thing. To match the New Holland, I'm just going to go with the yellow one. You're looking at 9 meters versus 10.5 meters, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 10.5 meters. So again, the Krone is bigger. When you go down to the this unit here, what are we looking at? We're 6 meter, and there's 6 meters, so they're the same. This one here is working of 3 and 3, so pretty much the same as far as that goes. We just don't normally turn our grass into chaff, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, since we put all this new grass in, I'm thinking about maybe just using the New Holland, since it'd be the same, to just get one of these and roll with it that way. Because otherwise, as far as the corn, you're better off going with the Krone. It's a little bit more money, 37,000 total, which, sells some grass, sells some straw. So we'll go ahead and purchase one of those in. It is a really fine looking unit. Listen to the way it sounds when you start it up. I love that sound. It really sounds nice. We'll do a quick little spin around view. Pipe. It's got lights on it. Just pretty much like the Krone. Wheels look great. Sounds good backing up, and the backup beeper. Look at how nice this thing folds up. So for, $7, is it worth it? Yes. Especially if you're going to use it on the grass, it's the same as the other one, basically. And again, that's not normally the way we do things, but I'm thinking about it. We've put so many grass fields in. I'm starting to think that maybe we will start using one of these to cut grass. I don't know. It's kind of hard because you're turning the grass into chaff, which is nice, but you're only working with, 6 meters, and our big grass mower, which does row everything, is basically cutting at 13. So maybe we could use that to cut the grass, and then we'll use this to pick it up and put it into a 100,000 liter trailer. But going back to the corn side of things, that's how that unfolds. Unfortunately, we don't have any corn today, but we're going to get some corn planted later on during our live stream. And when I demonstrate this, we'll take it out for a spin. That's a really bad place to stand. Listen to the way that sounds. Pretty much, you know, looks the same. Really a nice piece of equipment. I'll probably end up going and selling this, to be honest. I don't know. Not sure why it beeps like that when you get done. Maybe it's a safety thing, but I'll probably end up selling this corn header because we got 2 of the crone. Look at the wheel disappeared. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It must be like a piece that removes. How does that work? That's got me a little bit confused. It must unhook off of there, and that's why they made it disappear, is because in real life that must just like unhook.
Yeah.
Like it unattaches and, or, you know, comes off there and you set it off to the side or something. Don't know. Don't tear us up in the comments. I don't own one of these in real life, so just assuming here. You know, speed and stuff like that's kind of irrelevant, but I mean, I think this one does the standard like 26. Maybe it's faster. Maybe it's faster. We'll compare them in the video. But it is a nice piece of equipment. Is it worth the $7? Yeah, I mean, it's something different. If you like farming as much as I do, and you want to support the game and support the DLCs and have them keep rolling some stuff out for us, I'd say you probably ought to buy it. Are you going to get something that you're missing with the vanilla game? No, you're not going to. The Crone is a fine product. Actually, technically it's probably better because I've got a bigger header on it, but I'm going to go ahead and leave this down at the store, and that way we'll blame Lee on that for purchasing it. I'll try to convince him that he did that, not me. I'll say, Lee, why did you go and spend our money on that?
Yeah, you know.
But I do want to try to buy everything that the game has to offer. Oh, definitely with the DLCs, but I want to buy, like, I like to have an assortment of equipment. And you know what? Maybe we'll sell it back to the store and it'll be out here for sale if we don't end up using it. But I think we'll probably put the grass deal on the front and maybe use it for that, since it's, like I said, it's pretty much the same as the Crone in that aspect. And we'll use the Crone, the big X1100s for doing our, go to the cow yard for doing our corn. Yeah, let's go down to the cow yard. We gotta bust on a couple trees. We're gonna actually pull a few trees down, and I just want to show off our new wood chipper. I guess first up we need something to put the wood chips into. Let's see, I need to get into cows. We're gonna grab this trailer here. We got so much work to do as far as these cows go. I'll empty this trailer out. So we've pretty much stopped dealing with bales. I should show this too. This is new since last time. We've got these bins that we put in, and they hold up to 1 million of pretty much everything except chaff, which kind of bugs me because I'd love to use one for putting chaff in. At the end of the day, your chaff probably should go into the biogas, which is what we do with it, but sometimes you fill up your silos. At least we were with Westbridge in 13. Haven't done it in 15 yet. These guys here, they hold up to 1 million of pretty much everything as far as all the crops, grass, straw. You can't do chaff, but you can do silage, mix rations, all that good stuff. So we keep grass and straw instead of basically dealing with the bales, which I honestly do miss. I really love working with the bales. I really do love that. And I miss it. The bales are a lot of fun, but when you get up to this many cows, you could sit there all day long and fart around with the bales, trying to fill your mixing stations, and you know, trying to get everything up to speed, you know, getting the bales made and hauling them and unloading them and loading them, and it's a lot of work. And it's fun, but we just don't have the amount of workers in here to keep that process going, so we're doing it this way for right now. We might revert back. I also got another shed put in. I brought the shed in from 13, which fit perfect over here. This was just an extra gravel area, but now it's turned into where we store all of our hay stuff, which a lot of it we don't use because we're not doing the bales, but it's still here. We need to get a second mower over here, which we'll probably go ahead and do. But we've got all of our grass fields over in this area. So I'm probably going to take the baling equipment and put in the sheds over here, since we're not really using these. And we're not really going to be doing the hay, so kind of got some equipment over here that we don't use a lot of, but anyways, we're going to go over here. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I guess it doesn't really matter. Normally what I'll do is I'll just back up to the front of the truck here. And this truck can get shut off. Aiden, are you ready to cut a few trees down?
Yeah.
How do you want to cut them down? Start this guy up. Get our pipe put up. And it has lights on it and all that too, but what the uh-oh, there we go. Had to get close to kind of get the trigger to grab it here. Yeah, the lights will shut off when we get out, but at least we can make it stay running. Put our crane up. So if you guys didn't hear, there's a new steering wheel that's coming. That's being sold by SciTech. It'll be exclusively for farming sim. I'm sure it'll work with other games. I don't know if you're going to want to use it for other games because it's kind of laid out like a tractor wheel, but I think in Euro Truck it would work good, or American Truck, since truck steering wheels are kind of tilted like that. Yeah, it's coming out. It's going to be 150 for the wheel and the pedals, and 150 for the whole joystick, buttony, kind of craney operator thingy. So basically $300 for the whole thing, and both Aiden and I are going to get one. So I'm not looking forward to spending the $600, but I am looking forward to spending the $600 because I really want that wheel. So we both will be getting the wheel. And yes, we know we've been getting so many people telling us, hey, did you know they're making a wheel? I've been following the development of it since they started releasing prototype images last year. And hey, you're up in the deer stand.
Yep.
I see you up here. You got your gloves on and everything.
Yeah.
You must have your saw in your hands. You look like you're working. Why don't you come on down here? Do you want to cut a tree down with the Scorpion King, this big machine, or do you want to do it with the saw?
Saw.
Alright, I'll cut one down. We'll cut 2 trees down, and we can skid them out. Just want to show our new little wood chipper how nice it is. You want to cut, why don't you come over here? I'll cut this one since it's close to the building. And you cut this one right here. You cut this one. Alright. Oh, we're stuck. That just makes it too easy. Oh! That'll be an expensive day.
There's a glitch. See?
Oh, you can't get your chainsaw out.
I can, but it won't show up.
Okay, hold on a second. We'll drop that there. Whoop! Oh my goodness, we're just knocking everything over. This machine works so good. We need to do more logging, actual logging, and hauling the logs off, but we've been chipping everything. And this thing works like, it is the most fancy chainsaw. I mean, it's expensive chainsaw, but because you can cut things down and drag it out and set it in a nice place. Yeah, there is a glitch. Back up a second. That is really weird. Is it because our HUD? I've not seen this glitch before. Well, I think they've all seen plenty of chainsawing, so instead of trying to figure out the glitch, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but let's just go ahead and take this tree down with the... I'll let you do it too. Let's grab this tree. Come on and jump over here, bud.
That thing that you're using it's shaped like a demolition ball.
Yeah, it's like a demolition ball. Kind of was there a minute ago. I was running in everything. Go up to that tree, pull forward. Just drive forward a little bit. There you go. And hit your X button. Drive forward more. You gotta go forward. Nope. Hit the X button. Now hit the X button. Oh, it's pretty high. What the heck? Try again. Go down. There you go. Hit the, open the deal. Hold on. Oh my goodness, buddy. Jump out. I don't know what's going on here. This is kind of concerning. I think you're hitting the wrong buttons. Gotta pull up to the tree. Oh, that's different. There it goes. I don't know. I think he was hitting some of the wrong buttons and it was just getting goofy.
I wasn't. Don't need to.
Well, I guess today is not your day to cut the tree.
Want me to cut those branches off?
We'll leave the branches on because we're gonna skid them out. Now that's a job certainly you could do. You want to skid them? Where's the old John Deere? We're gonna skid them out so we can try out our wood chipper. I still absolutely love this thing. Again, don't know where it came from, but Google John Deere. In fact, we showed it off in, I think, Chore Log 5? I think 5 is the one we did the logging. And somebody put the link in the description of the video and of where you can go get it. This was passed off to me, but forgot if I use my mouse, it makes the blade on the front go all crazy. I gotta use the joystick. But yeah, I'm so excited to get that steering wheel. I know Aiden is too, he saw it. There you go, bud. Drag that puppy out. Drag it out. You know where to go?
No.
Here, follow me. Just stay right there and I'll get in front of you with the Unimog. We gotta get some trees planted here again.
Going very fast. Go now.
Follow me exactly where I drive. Okay, jump out. Did good. You really swinging that tree around. Good job.
Want me to jump in there?
You want to get in your Unimog, you can. I'll go ahead and pull this out so everybody can see it. We showed this off, and I don't think we had it in 4. We were doing some wood chipping, but in Chore Log number 5, I know we did. So if you want to see more action on this thing here, it's really slick. But one thing I'll tell you, what I found works better, and this blade on the front, yes, it does come in handy. I find myself pushing trees with it a lot, so that's always nice. But what I find works best is if I actually back up and I get the tree underneath the axle, which obviously in real life you wouldn't want to go that far back. But I find that when I do that, I don't usually lose the tree. Go back a little bit more. Now we got it tight. Just kind of like that. Kind of helps steer the tree too. And I very rarely have it fall out on me. Look at how nice that thing just drags those trees. For a lot of people, you might not need something like this. For us, we decided we don't want to cut down the outer rim of trees because we like the way that it looks. Makes the forest look a little bit better. When you go to put the planted trees in, they're all the tall, skinny trees that don't have much on them. They're kind of like big bean poles. And so I kind of want to keep this outer edge of trees. And there it is. Very handy vehicle.
And helpful.
Yes, it's very helpful. Oh, you working on here? Oh, thought you were in the telehandler for a minute. Where are you? Oh, you're in your Unimog. How did I ever doubt that? Okay, he's over there. But yeah, I mean, for us, we needed a skidder, so it was perfect time, and it works out really nice. So, patch 1.3 also addressed some issues with the multiplayer in trees, which I wasn't having too much problems with. I guess it's made that a lot better, so I can tell you that the trees do work pretty good. You still get one every now and then that is totally plain evil. If you watch our streams, you'll know what we're talking about. Oh, you're gonna get a wood chip bath. Oh, look at him. Yep, you leave it right there. These are, I think, 27 meter or 21 meter trees. There's 21, 27, and 41. We didn't cut any 41s right now, so pretty much works just like the other wood chipper, the vanilla, but it does have a longer table on it, which does help. And being that you're attaching it directly to a heavy vehicle, I find, yeah, this is a 21 meter, this is a smaller tree. I think the other one was a 27. I find that it just doesn't bounce around quite as much. But in fairness, I haven't really used the vanilla one since the patch 2 weeks ago. So maybe that one is more stable, but I didn't really have a problem. I liked the vanilla one. A lot of people complained about it, but I think they've gotten it pretty good. I don't think there's much trouble, and the only reason I'm using this one is it's a little bit more portable, and it has a little bit longer table. A lot of times what we'll do, and I haven't done it because these trees are small, but I use a crane, because usually it'll kick the tree off to one side. It didn't do either one of these, but we'll use the crane to act as a blocker, and once you get this thing set up, you can really hammer trees out with it. Again, this is what we're using on Pleasant Valley. They actually have a wood crusher over there now too, but Pleasant Valley server is what used this, and it's nice. This really works nice. So we'll be using it in the future to do some videos of some wood cutting. We're gonna go in the town and cut some people's some tree removal. We're gonna have some jobs with some tree removal to do. So we'll go ahead and shut that off. We got a little bit of wood chips. Let's check and see what we got out of those 2 trees. Oh, we got 5,000, not too much, but they were smaller trees. And Aiden's got his Unimog. We gotta shut all our vehicles off here, bud.
That thing is just so noisy.
It is noisy. Would you shut off the Unimog? Oh, this truck is still running. We got all these trucks running. It is pretty noisy over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, we got one more thing to show. Let's go for a ride. Jump on in. Alright, we're gonna drive down to our sheep area and show off one last mod, and we gotta pay a little bit of a visit to Forky, don't we? Well, as we come into the yard, you'll see some other new things. Now this water trailer in front of us, we had just purchased this in the last Chore Log. I don't know if we kind of showed it yet, but we'll take a look at that real quick. But here is another new purchase. Kind of 2 new purchases, but we did have that wagon last time, and we'll shut this guy off. Let's jump out here, bud. This is the MAN, they call it the handyman truck. And it is pretty handy. It can do all kinds of things. I don't know if it actually has a hitch on the front, but it obviously has one on the back. I think that's just a higher hitch, but either way, it's got a hitch on the back and it's got a flatbed. And this thing is really nice. Now they've got this thing totally torqued for pulling, and that's kind of the problem we had with this nice trailer. This I forget the name, but this came right from Giant's website. It's got these sides that go down on it. If we press J and N, K and M, and I like to leave a little lip there to catch those pallets when you scoot them off. And then this side here, we like to leave it kind of even. That way we can slide our pallets on. This thing works so nice, and we showed this in the last Chore Log, so we're not going to load pallets on it today. But our Ford was having a really hard time pulling it. So we had to go looking for another truck, and I decided since let's go ahead and try to find a truck that has more power but can haul some pallets on it. Otherwise I would have just used probably the JCB to pull that. You can get 10 pallets on here, you can throw more on there. You can double stack them like we've done because these sides will hold it all in. It doesn't look very cool, but I've hauled as many as like 16 on here by double stacking and just kind of piling them in and then putting the sides up high enough to kind of hold everything on. But you can get 10 on here to look real nice. 11 and 12 don't quite fit. It's too bad that this wasn't stretched just a little bit. On this thing here, it's the same way. You can get 4 on real nice, and then you can get 2 more. I always haul 6, but the 2 in the back are kind of hanging off. I've never had one fall off. Now, Raw Speed did when he hit a tree. But, we don't normally have too much trouble. So I'll go ahead. We're out of grass over here. We'll be filling that up later. We're going to get Forky. Best forklift I found. This was in the Pleasant Valley mod pack. Don't know where else to get it. That's where we got it. Now we can haul, 16 pallets, no problem. And I've hauled as many as 20 something like I said, when I double piled up onto the trailer back there. And the truck pulls it without any problems. I can tell they've got the settings tweaked on that truck to where it really pulls. That's okay. It kind of takes off a little bit quick because of that, because of the way they got the torque. Just got to be a little bit careful, but pop them on just like that. And we'll load up these last couple that we have. Looks like we'll have enough for the truck to be filled up. Just love this fork truck. Really makes dealing with pallets actually fun. Only trouble is if you're going to try to get 6 on here, you do have to try to try to get them on there as close up as you can. Got a nice little lip there that you can just pull them right off when you back up. This fills up once a day, maybe even a little bit more than that, but since we're out of grass and I don't think they have water, they're not obviously producing any wool for us. They're on strike. The sheep are saying if we're not getting fed, then we're going on strike. I would too if I wasn't being fed. Wouldn't you?
I'll be eating food in my tummy. That's what I'll be doing. If you were animal, then you would be doing the same thing. We need water.
Yep, we gotta give them water. Yeah, well, in our defense, the water is not even vanilla in the game. It's a mod that you have to put in your map. Now we've got our wool pallet. We had this the last Chore Log or so. The only thing that I want to get in now is we're gonna get pigs in here. I just haven't figured out how I'm gonna go about doing it yet, but we're gonna get the pigs put in, and then we'll have a reason to do potatoes and sugar beet, which I planned the last video or two that we were gonna get this done with the sugar beet and the potato, but I've heard rumor that Homer, which is a company that makes big potato / sugar beet harvesting equipment, there's a DLC coming for it. I've seen it on forums. I guess maybe it's just, something that they're going to release at a later time, but I kind of decided, I've been hearing more and more about it, that maybe we'll wait 1 more month since we've spent all of our money on tractors and all of the other things. We've just kind of decided, again, to wait on the potato and sugar beet. And I think for sure by next month we'll get it, but going back to the pigs, it'll be really nice because the sugar beet and potato can be fed to the pig, and it would make a little more sense to go through all the trouble of, harvesting those darn things, because those harvesters are pretty small. And that way, feels a little bit more worthwhile. You'll be able to feed the pigs and, sell the pigs and all that sort of thing. So we'll be doing that here in the near future. That's the 6 pallets. They do stay on. I've never had one fall off, but yes, they could if you get really wet and wild and slam into stuff. But there's 6 of them on the back of the truck, and the truck sounds pretty nice too. Kind of has a little knock to it. And of course it's got all the lights and stuff like that on it. So it's the handyman. Look at Ada, and he's swimming in the wool. Look like you're in a snow pile. See how it kind of lunges forward? It likes to get up and go, but that's because they've got it torqued to pull a lot, and we've seen that with some of our trucks. You're standing inside of it.
Welcome to your break.
Oh, you're so goofy. So yeah, this is the AR. I don't know if we showed this off last time, but it's a 30,000, and it's so perfect for the sheep. 2 of these will fill up the 1,000 sheep. I think it's like 1.5 of these, but it's AR as well. Just a water trailer. Pull it around. Nothing too special. Works a lot better than having the 100,000 liter one sitting over here, doesn't it? Let's go and see our sheep over here. So we'll be doing some more, obviously, chore logs. We'll have another one up at the end of July. I cannot believe it's the end of June already. Time is just flying. A couple more months and we'll be in the process of moving. So we're, these sheep are so noisy when they eat. It's eating dirt. It's chewing on rocks. Oh, these sheep are weird.
Yeah.
See if I can jump up here. We'll get a nice aerial view of our sheep. So anyway, we'll be back at the end of July. Don't forget to check us out on Twitch, where we live stream 3 days a week, and you can also follow us on Twitter to find out when we're going live. Aiden, do you have any last thoughts or anything on your mind?
Yeah. Farming, guys. Farming is very hard, but we just have to work our way through it. Farming is fun, but it was just a quick remind for me.
Okay, that was on your mind. It is a lot of work. We've had a lot of fun with this server since we've got it up and going back in December, and we've been working on this map, the save file here, since October when the game came out, last October. So we're having a lot of fun. We'll bring you another video showing off the DLCs here, probably a few days after this one is up on YouTube. Real life house building videos coming up. We're going to record a lot of the house going up this summer, so look forward to those videos. They'll be going on YouTube, and I want to thank all of our subscribers and our followers on Twitch and YouTube. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and until next time,
Take care.
take care.